Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 2020 Collective Impact Mass Liberation graduation. Super excited to be here to join with you all in celebrating these graduates today. Before we get started, we definitely want to take time out to acknowledge the land that we're on. We know that we are on stolen land, so we want to acknowledge that we are on the Muwekma, Tamiyan, in Ohlone land, and I'm sorry, if I pronounce that wrong, but we do want to acknowledge that. And then I also want to welcome you all tonight, again, to celebrate these graduates. This cohort was a challenging one, given that we're in a pandemic. Safe Return loves having face-to-face contact with the community, and so we had to pivot this year to do our Collective Impact Mass Liberation online. But through it all, it's been a wonderful experience, and so I want to give you all a little bit of background of Safe Return's cohort. And so the Collective Impact Leadership Institute is meant to foster leadership among women, men, and youth whom have been directly impacted by the criminal justice system. Disenfranchisement and community detachment are some of the most visible afflictions caused by coming into contact with the criminal justice system. A system that has been coined to rehabilitate and heal, has for decades, and is still failing our communities as those return home to our communities from incarceration. This Leadership Institute invests in the personal transformation of all men, women, and youth in Richmond and throughout Contra Costa County, and will not only move these individuals to action on their own behalf in the form of community organizing and civic engagement to changing policies and structures that directly impact their population, but will also equip them to go out to their communities and be true agents of change for all that is equitable. This was a 15-week institute held 2 days a week in the evening for 2 hours each day. The institute is led by the Safe Return Project and their community partners. The participants will be exposed to both basic community organizing, violent prevention, and personal transformation strategies that are culturally based, and communication tactics leading community actions and civic engagement strategies at the local, regional, and state level. This year, we also added in a political education piece to get to know more about co-governance, local government, and county government, as well as state government. And so with that, I want to go ahead and turn it over to our community partners. If Andre or Miss Dewanda is here. Hi, Miss Dewanda. So Miss Dewanda has Ms. Dewanda has been with Safe Return for a while, partnering with Safe Return for a while. So I will turn it over to her to introduce herself and the great work that you do.
You were breaking up, so I didn't quite catch all that you wanted me to do. But my name is Dewanda, and it's really a blessing for me to be a part of the Institute. I'm a community member. I met Tamisha back in 2010, I believe it was, and have partnered with her in a lot of activities in our city and community building. I am currently running an organization called Ya-NEEMA Healing Circle, trauma-informed care specialist, and I work with families in the city of Richmond who have been directly impacted by gun violence. So I came in to facilitate one of your groups, and this isn't my first time doing that. I really enjoy being with you all. I'm so grateful to be a part of your lives and the transformative group work that we do as one. I sent Shayla some additional paperwork. Hopefully you'll all get a copy of it. And if you need me for anything, I'm always here to support. So thank you, Shayla.
Thank you, Ms. Dewanda. So I think at this time, we are going to bring everyone on stage real quick so that you can see all the lovely graduates. Hi, everyone. Okay, I don't think we have Andre here. Andre is one of the facilitators that lead the violence and prevention portion of the collective impact. And he has also been with us for many years, leading that great work to get folks to like change their thinking and their mindsets, and to, you know, identify their triggers and how to navigate through those triggers. And so we want to definitely shout out Andre for doing his great work, and continue to look forward to partnering with him in the future for our collective impact. And at this time, I want to turn it over to Miss Ade Tashagar, who will introduce herself and give some reflections.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Ade Tashagar. I am also a Richard Boyd Fellow graduate and now community organizer, specifically focusing on community engagement. And this year has been really difficult with COVID to be able to engage with community face to face. However, I think we redeemed ourselves with the Collective Impact Institute participants. They came in every week, despite what was going on, and put their hearts out and shared with us what their experiences in their community and the changes that they want to be a part of and the changes that they want to see in their community. And it's been really inspiring. I myself have learned a lot from them. And it takes, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you, because it takes a certain kind of courage to come out and lay it all out on the table and to talk about the ideal things that we want in our community, the way that we want our children to grow, the ideal environment that we want to live in, being talked about, and actually everybody wanting to participate in making that a reality. I really, really appreciate that about you guys. And I really think that you have a vision of what you want in your community. And I've learned from you guys, and these institutions for the past 15 weeks have been very inspirational for me. And I thank you for allowing me to share my knowledge with you guys and be able to bring to you what I've learned. And thank you for that. And congratulations, 2021. And I will see you in all the meetings coming up.
Thank you for that, Ade. I want to go ahead and share my reflections of the 2020 graduates. This year, was super awesome. I enjoyed facilitating the classes with you all. Like Ade said, just getting your ideas of real versus ideal and what you actually want to see in your community. We did some great organizing activities to actually write out like what is it that you want to see in your community and how you can actually strategize and make those things happen. We also did a political education piece where you all written your own amendments, which was really cool and dope. You all came up with some really good ideas, and they are in your note packet, so look forward to seeing that. And just you've been great. Like, you stuck through it. I know it's not easy being on Zoom calls all day, and you all committed to the program 2 nights a week for 2 hours. So I really want to commend you all for that. Let's see. Next, we have Brandon, who is our keynote speaker for tonight, who will talk a little bit about his work and his involvement in the Mass Liberation Project.
Hey y'all, it's good to be in space with y'all. I'm Brandon Sturdivant, co-director with the Mass Liberation Project. Just held in from Florida, from supporting some of our loved ones out there since June through the election. So I'm stepping in a little tired, a little weary, but got a call from Shayla and Tamisha, and those people you pray to get calls from. And so, I just stepped in and just tell y'all a little bit about my story, and just center the space for y'all as y'all move forward and graduate from this experience. First, I just want to shout out the work that y'all at Safe Return and the Richard Boyd Fellowship continue to do. It is the work of like bringing in folks who are not usually in the conversation. At this point, organizing is professionalized to the point where those who are the most impacted are usually marginalized, not a part of the solution, and or when they are, they're tokenized. And what I love about this fellowship and the work of Safe Return, since I've been around it, which is like 10 years, I was raised by Tamisha, Eli, and the beginnings of Safe Return. What I love about it is it's like the antithesis of the shit, the stuff that's wrong with organizing these days. It is real folks like y'all, and so commending y'all for like stepping in and pushing through in a hard time. We are in a pandemic. We are in the midst of an uprising, even though we had an election. And to do this work right now says a lot about you, your spirit, your character. I mean, to jump in, I'm from Oakland. I'm from West Oakland. Grew up here. Have an amazing family. And as a young man, I saw my community ripped apart. Pops did, 12. Uncle's doing life. Other uncle doing another 10. Cousin did 5 at 18 years old. Neighbors, brothers, my grandfather, every Black man around me did a significant amount of prison time, except for me. And not to say that I wasn't impacted by the criminal legal system, I didn't do any time. And so, like, the funny thing about experiencing that kind of oppression is that when it doesn't happen to you, you think like, what's going on? I'm trying not to cuss here. And I think that what ensues is like a Twilight Zone aspect, right? Like, we live in a world where a huge percentage of the Black men who will be in our lives, and increasingly our sisters, are like literally locked behind bars. So our experience in community is like ridiculous. Y'all know that. But I think that what ended up happening with me and what drove me into organizing is that pain, that what I learned later to be trauma, actually like literally drove me to organizing. So at the age of like 25, I helped save a school in West Oakland, Martin Luther King, with like some really dope community members. There was like my aunties, my mama, a lot of Black women, of course, right, which always goes down in organizing. And they like got in front of the superintendent at the time with our school board members' help and some other folks, and they told him, you ain't closing our school. And he didn't close the school. And so for me, somebody who grew up in this community that was like evicted, for me, somebody who grew up in this community and saw like my uncle handcuffed, thrown up against the wall by the Oakland police. For me, somebody who my uncle was killed by the Oakland police, beaten to death. To see that a bunch of community members could exert some power and see something actually change, man, I was all in. I was doing some other work at the time. I quit my job within 6 months, and I was, kind of meandered around a bit out in the community, knocking on doors with some young folks that ended up working actually for OCO, Faith in Action affiliate. And that was it, man. For years and years and years, I really, dug deep on what I thought was righteous work, right? Like trying to get our folks free. But fast forward along the way, and this is not something I want our graduates to understand as we continue to move out and do this work, is that like we are always on a growing path, right? If we're doing it right. And the thing about what I understand the Richard Boyd Fellowship to be about is personal transformation, right? And so a couple years ago, about 10 years in organizing, I went through this thing called BOLD, Black Organizing for Leadership and Dignity. And I got to look at myself in the face, and I saw a bunch of shit that I didn't necessarily like. And so a few things ensued. Number one, I had to switch my analysis. And sometimes we like step into a space where we are, and y'all just came through a process of learning so much about community and shaping a vision for what y'all want to see. But that vision actually can change, and it probably will change if you're doing the work to educate yourself. I became an abolitionist about 18 months ago. And before, I didn't know what it meant. Didn't really understand that the systems and structures around us weren't created for us, so they cannot be reformed. They have to be like literally dismantled and built from the ground up, something that actually is for our people. But I had to have the humility to get there. I had to learn about my own patriarchy, my own misogyny. And for the brothers who are joining, I definitely saw one as a graduate. It's our job as Black men to keep working on ourselves. Our sisters, our partners, our kids, like they're counting on us to be healthy. And a lot of us, like, this system has played with us, has messed with us, and actually wants us to harm our community. And I say one of the largest jobs, the biggest jobs of a Black man is actually like self-reflection, and literally ripping the white supremacy, the patriarchy, all that shit up out of ourselves so that we can be healthy for our folks. So analysis, that personal transformation piece. And then another thing I'd add is actually facing our fears. One thing about growing on the journey I've been on in organizing and starting my own organization, Mass Liberation Project, that I'm co-director of, there's been a lot of fear involved. I know how to do a thing one way or two ways. Can I face the uncertainty of having to do something different? Can I face the uncertainty of like following somebody else's leadership? Can I face the uncertainty of actually being wrong and still moving forward? And those are all lessons, if I'm honest with you, that I learned from like being around folks like Tamisha, like Shayla, like Safe Return, like Richard Boyd, a solid brother who was like a father figure to many of us in this work. And so I don't want to beleaguer it. I don't have a whole bunch to say. But what I will, end with is that organizing is really about like the world that we want to create from our imagination. We currently live in a white supremacist, misogynist, ableist imagination in this world. And the way we get past that is through y'all, through new folks coming in, learning, shaping, growing, and moving on to organizing or other things, but taking with them an analysis and a desire to continue to transform and to grow. And I'm just excited for y'all. Looking forward to what y'all continue to do, and just happy to be a part of the Safe Return family. With that, I'm out. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much for that, Brandon. So yeah, kudos to Brandon, because I did call him like 2 days ago to ask him to come on and speak. I know he does amazing work, work at the Mass Liberation Project. So thank you, brother, for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. Next up, we want to hear from our graduates to do some reflections and, see how the program experience was for them. So I want to bring Tina on. Still have Tina. Hi, Tina. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Tina, and just, let the folks know how the experience was for you.
Wow. The experience, it was eye-opening. It was really eye-opening. It makes you think about things that you never really gave much thought to before. As far as shout outs to everybody, my goodness, everybody, the facilitators, all the graduates. It was nice getting to know everybody. I had a really good time. I learned a lot. I learned about, that perspective is everything. And I also enjoyed the government part of class. I never learned in school about the Constitution. Maybe I was like out doing other things when they were teaching it, but it never clicked in my head until this time. And writing the 27 amendments, not amusements, amendments. And being able to write my 28th amendment, what I would like to see change. It was really good. It made me reflect on a lot of things and ideas, and it made me want to get more involved in my community and make changes because I know I can, and I know that I can be heard. And I just want to thank everybody. I had a great time. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. We really appreciate you sticking in there those 15 weeks. Next on my list, I have Antoine and Teki. And we'll have Antoine give his reflections first, and then Miss Teki.
Hello, everybody. I am Antoine. You're not getting a little nervous. I want to say thank you to the Safe Return Project for letting me be a part of it. I have learned a lot. I want to say thank you to all the teachers. One thing that I learned was to be a community leader, to be a leader as myself, to have a voice for the community, to look at things different. I'm nervous. And then when I was in the class with Dre, as far as, the thinking, about being a leader and just being a voice for my community. And this is my first time being part of a program. So I look forward to coming back. And I want to say thank you again for letting me be a participant up in here. Teki Flow-Watt.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you, Safe Return. I thank you, all of my classmates and facilitators, the teachers. You were great. You all guys allowed me to talk. You made me think about things that I wouldn't think of, like what kind of leader am I, or what kind of leader I want to be. You guys made me feel like I can make changes in my community. I have the right to do that. So I don't have to move out of my community to make those, have those changes. So my goal, my desire is that I will somehow, some way in this community where I am now, that I would get my people, the Black people, the minority people, to think differently and to organize and mobilize. A lot of people, we seen our people die and get killed trying to organize and mobilize, but I kind of like want to, the fear or whatever, drop the fear from our community and, get our community back and bring us back. And Safe Return and Collective Impact let me know, gave me some ways to do that. So I look forward to working with you guys even more. I appreciate your time. Shout out again to all the teachers, all my classmates. Thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate y'all listening to us and ranting. And I don't know how many times we was off of mute. I appreciate it. You guys took y'all time to talk to us. So thank you.
Thank you, Teki and Antoine. We appreciate both of you. Next up, I have Latrece. Miss Latrece, can you join me on stage and let us know how you feeling?
I'm blessed, doing well. I can honestly say my experience with Safe Return have been a great one. I have nothing but positive thoughts and great things to say about the facilitators. It's been a great growth. One of your great sayings, knowledge is power. I love the heart of the facilitators. I love what all of you guys have brought to the table. I think what comes from the heart reaches the heart. And Collective Impact have done so many great things as far as reaching you guys' efforts to reach the community. You guys are creating great leaders. So it's excellent. I love the fact that the family that you meet within, I've come across many great people, and I thank you guys for giving me that opportunity to meet the people within the cohorts. This is my second one. So I'm appreciative for being able to be a part of it. I love the heart of the facilitators, I must say. Everybody bring a different part to the table. Oh, Lord. And I thank God for each and every one of you. So it's been great for me. I'm asking that God continue to bless what you guys do, bless the work of your hands. I know my work is not finished with you guys. So as I said, I'm just grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Latrece. And last but not least, we have Jessica.
Hi everyone. I want to say that I am very grateful to be a part of the Collective Impact. I would say I've done it a few times, and my first time I was like, wow, I've never experienced nothing like that, especially like as far as the political standpoint, and as far as like all the stuff that were going on in the community and the world, and we're fighting for all these things, and it just kind of came right on time. And especially for like youth and younger people that want to be a part of something like this is definitely a way to like reach and branch and to show others and become a part of something in your community, doing something positive and productive. And I just want to say with all the classmates, it was also like for me, therapeutic. It was very counseling. We were able to be honest and transparent and talk about even personal things and things that were going on like in our personal life, and supporting each other and being able to have like an open ear without that judgment. So it created a lot of growth, a lot of, like I said, transparency, and just something on a different level that you're able to have, and a different type of like support that's kind of really hard to find. And coming to learn that we all are similar in some way. We all have issues. We all have challenges, but just us supporting each other really gives that, it just gives it hope and faith. And then, and as far as for me and like me going forward, I want to continue to work with the Safe Project. I'm sorry, I pronounced that wrong, but the Safe Project organization, and continue to do productive things and find out where I fit in this world and actually make a difference. So I just want to say thank you to all the teachers, all the students, everyone. I really enjoyed myself.
Thank you, Jessica. And thank you to all our graduates. Again, congratulations on all your hard work and sticking it out through the program. Next up, we want to go ahead and present our awards and certificates. I will be presenting Safe Return certificates and Andre's certificates for motivating innovators. So I'll read them, and then I'll have Miss Dewanda go ahead and present hers as well. And then what we'll do is have each graduate come up and give words of encouragement to the next cohort. So Safe Return Project certifies that the graduate has successfully completed the 15-week Collective Impact Mass Liberation Institute and is therefore awarded the certificate of completion dated December 14th. And so again, our graduates are Christina, Antoine, Teki, Latrece, and Jessica. And then from Motivating Innovators, we have in recognition of your outstanding participation and your completion in the Collective Impact Leadership Institute and Motivating Innovators. There's a quote here that says, remember the friendship rule. A friend will never lead you to danger. And the coachism especially, you are only one bad decision away. And this is from Andre Atkins, who was our facilitator for the violence prevention section. So I want to turn it over to Ms. Dewanda to read off her certificates, and then we'll bring back our lovely graduates.
You always catch me off guard, Miss Shayla. Oh, I wasn't expecting to be here that quick. So as you know, the certificates will come to you later, but I just wanted to let you all know that I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm glad that you're stepping into the new roles that your life is leading you on this path to do. When I started the Healing Circle, it was because I saw a need in my community for counseling services for families impacted by gun violence. So when you see whatever the need is, you go out and create it. Don't wait on someone else to do it. You can go out and do it today. And anybody that needs support, we're always available to back you up and support you in whatever that the need is. I'm going to try to pull up a copy of the certificate. Okay. For certificate of completion is completed to Mrs. Flow-Watt for participating in the Trauma and Healing Workshop that was presented by the 2020 East County Collective Impact Institute. Congratulations, Mrs. Flow. Hello, congratulations. And Mr. Flow, you will get the same certificate. I don't have a way to show you that certificate. Maybe I do. That's what it's going to look like a little bit, but it'll have your name on there. And each one of you have your own certificate. I don't think I need to go through and read one, but I want to thank you all for participating. I hope that the information that you got about the trauma-informed care and taking care of ourselves, knowing how trauma is carried over and can be passed on in our own family systems, will help you to not re-traumatize yourself or let community problems re-traumatize you because of what's going on in our communities. Keep yourself safe. Go out there and do a great job. I am so happy that you guys are stepping into this role, because as I age, I always look forward to having new people come in behind me so that I can move back out of the way. So I'm here to teach, to encourage, and support in whatever you may need from me. Take care, everybody. Look forward to seeing you maybe throughout the next year coming up. And remember, challenges help us to grow. So all this COVID is not that bad. Look at what we did and what we succeeded in so far. Take care. Congratulations.
Amen to that, Ms. Dewanda. So now I do want to also acknowledge that we will be having certificates from our elected official. Due to COVID, we have to mail those out, so they will be coming in the mail. I also want to give a shout out to our participants who are not here today, who went through portion of our collective impact. So Alex Thomas, Gail Thomas, and Kalani, we want to appreciate you for also attending our Collective Impact Mass Liberation Institute. And now I want to turn it back over to our graduates to give their shout outs and to give any words of encouragement to our next cohort. And so we can either bring you all back on the stage, or we can go one by one. I think we're going to go one by one. So I'll turn it back over to Tina to give her shout outs, and then any words of encouragement that you can put out there for our next cohort.
My shout outs. Oh boy, that's everybody. Latrece, Ade, Teki and Antone. Did I forget somebody? Yes. Shala, I can never say your name right. I am so sorry. And words of encouragement. Oh my gosh. Just stick with it. It's worth it. It's educational. It's informative, enlightening. It's a good thing. Just keep going forward and do what you can for your community, and don't give up. Just keep going. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. And then we're turning it over to Antoine and Teki.
Hello. I want to say thank you to the graduates. We did it. For the next class, I want to let them know, trust the process and make smart decisions.
Shout out to all the teachers. Shout out to Christina. Thanks for those cookies. They was pretty good. Shayla, for all your time. A day, Miss Dewanda. I like that trauma class. I really did. What I would say to the next person, once again, trust the process, because sometimes you get a little leery. You be like, what is this for? But it all comes together. It all meet in one place. So yeah, and good luck. That's all.
Good stuff.
Thank you, Teki and Antoine. Next up, I have Latrece.
Well, shout outs. Wow. So shout out to everybody. My thing I would like for everybody to remember is have faith in what you believe in and believe in what you have faith in. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Just as to reiterate what Teki and Antoine said is, you have to trust the process. You have to trust the process. It's worth it. Be encouraged and be open-minded to the process. It's worth it. It's well worth it. To continue to encourage the staff and the facilitators of Safe Return. You guys doing a great work. I hope you guys, I pray with you guys that you guys don't get discouraged in your well-doing, because you guys are doing a great work. And once again, I just thank for the other people that started off with us, the other fellowships that's not on with us, Mika and Marvin and Melvin and oh man, I can't think of the baby name. The other fellas that was with us, everybody. I hate that I start calling names, but everybody that started off with us. So I just thank God for, once again, for the opportunity of just for being part of it. So thanks once again for letting me.
Thank you, Latrece. And again, last but not least, Jessica. I love Jessica. Her personality is so bubbly every time she gets on. She brings so much joy to the group.
I want to say for shout outs, I'm going to say shout outs for everybody. I'm not really good with names, so I wanted to list everybody one by one, but I'm going to say everyone knows who was all within the work. I want to shout out everyone, all the teachers, facilitators, mentors, whatever your title was. And I would say for the next cohort, I would probably say there's no dream or no goal that is too big to imagine. I would say, similar to like what Latrece was saying, go for it and connect with those who have connections and that can get you there, because anything is possible and you can do it. And stay positive.
Thank you, Jessica. Okay, so as we wrap it up and come to a close in the end, I want to bring everybody back on screen with us. Look at those lovely faces. I can't wait to continue working with you all in 2021. I'm super excited about your leadership. And so with that, I want to congratulate you all again for sticking out during a pandemic, right? So we're going to go ahead and close. A day, you want to also maybe say congratulations or anything?
Yeah. I mean, congratulations from the bottom of my heart. And you guys are oriented the right way. let's just bring more people into our institutions, and let's connect, and let's take next year, like as Tamisha says, take off running. So I look forward to meeting with you guys. I look forward to seeing you online, and congratulations. And thank you.
Thank you, Ade. So shout out to our ED, Tamisha Walker, for her vision and her leadership. Amazing woman. And I want to go ahead and thank our donors as well. And I will see you all next year.
We did it. It's a yay. Shout out